What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Premier League Career Mode. It is episode number 21. Thank God the January window is open, man. 1 win in 10 in all competitions for Fulham. We've obviously dropped off top spot in that sort of form. And still clinging on to top 4 for now at the official halfway stage. But today, loads of stuff to get through. More big games in the Premier League. FA Cup third round away at Vicarage Road against the challenger side Watford. And with again around 12.5 to 13 million in the budget. Hopefully 1 or 2 new signings as well. Yeah, obviously got a bit of an injury crisis here at Fulham right now. 5 players down, and we've obviously got a small squad anyway. Every single one with a broken toe because this is career mode. Cannot wait. You know, I've reduced the sliders quite a bit. But I said this before, I like this amount of injuries. It's just, it's always the same one, that's the thing. And I cannot wait until EA wise up and realise that, look, we want injuries. Injuries are a part of the game. It's realistic, it's challenging, it's immersive. But let's just vary it up a little bit, yeah? Anyway, first game, Man City at home, taking on the now 5-time-in-a-row champions, continuing on since the save began. Heading into this one, 1 win in 10 in all competitions. Not fancying our chance here. I'd certainly take a point. Come on, Fulham. Did discuss in the last episode. One thing we could do is obviously recall a few of our players that are out on loan. We've got a job lot of them right now currently balling for other teams. And to be fair, speaking of balling, one of them, keeping my eye on him, Morrissey at Bristol City, now in the Premier League. He's doing really well there at Ashton Gate. So I don't want to recall him and stunt his growth. And that's the thing. I don't want to recall players and what a lovely ball like that is affect their development. But at the moment, might not have a choice but to with the injury problems. Mason fires wide. That's the thing, man. Young players need to play. Nathan's getting the game time. Lance is getting the game time. As are our players out on loan right now. So if we bring them back and they only get squad minutes, it's going to hamper their development a little bit. To go still tied at 0-0. Defended really well in this game. And that's going to be keeps. Oh, no, Danilo, what are you doing? I didn't ask for anything. You know, we've been so unlucky in this run, man. It is ridiculous. Not just with the injuries, but the goals we conceded late on in games. Lost it against Liverpool in the last one with the final kick of the game. Against Brentford, dropped 2 points to the G-Tech with the final kick of the game. And sometimes the type of goals we conceded, that's going to be Lance's ball easily. I didn't ask Danilo to clear that away, and he just gets in the way of it and nods it straight to Matheus Nunes. Nothing I can do about that. We are getting no luck whatsoever in this run at all, honestly. We're accruing some good karma, but at some point I need to cash in on it. Oh, ball through, this will do it. Erling Haaland takes it around Taylor and bends in the dagger, and that'll do it. The Scandinavian tank with the finish. Game over, it's 1 win in 11. First goal unlucky, second goal just clinical. And right now, Fulham in 3-4. How we're still in the top 4, I've got absolutely no idea. Well, not anymore. Not anymore on the back of those results there. Dropping out of the top 4. So I'm recalling one of our young players, man, out on loan. We need the squad depth. Players are tired enough on its own. As we dropped to 5th in the table. Granted only on goal difference, but even so. Yeah, I'm recalling one of our teenagers. I'd say right now, balling at Bristol City, James Morrissey. I really don't want to bring him back. 5 and 15 and an assist as well. Tom Roberts, the young Welsh lad, out on loan at Heidenheim. Can't check on how he's doing, but even so, I think one of these two should come back. Or maybe Jay Stansfield. He's only got 1 goal in 11 in the Premier League for Bournemouth. To be fair, depending on what happens with Abel Ruiz, he might go in this window anyway. So maybe Jay. Or maybe Clark or Nickel, to be fair. I mean, to be fair, John Nichol's not even playing at Leicester. Do you know what? If they're not playing him, they've only played him 1 time since the Premier League season began. I'm bringing him back. Not playing him, I'm bringing him back. What's his potential? Showing great, I'll take it. Oh, we just had a bid for Gendry as well. Wolfsburg put in a bid, 14 million for the right back. Signed from Southampton last year, but I prefer Trey. To be fair, we could get a decent amount of money there and then try and reinvest it. If Wolfsburg would give us close to 19 million, I will take it. He's a decent fullback 12. I've played him both right back and left back as well. But the money, combined with what we've got, would really help us reinvest in, like, I'd say maybe 2 to 3 decent squad players. 19 million, yeah, I'll take that. Only 12 months here, but that's a good sale, that, and a profit made in just 1 calendar year. I'll have that. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, Doxy boy. You just complained about lack of squad depth, and now you're going to sell the player. What are you doing, son? Well, again, it's just because, again, the profit we can make on the guy in 12 months, adding to the budget we already got, gives us enough money to reinvest in, I'd say, 1 or 2 more players, possibly even 3, if we really stretch it. And there's a few players I'm quite keen on, and one I think would be a great fit is Joel Perot at Leeds. And because he's out of contract come the end of the season, we should be able to get him on a less than valuation deal. Very good player, moving on from Swansea to Leeds. He's got some decent stats, very physical player, 88 strength, 81 finishing. We're not scoring many goals at the moment, and I think this guy either slightly deeper or as a leading striker. Alongside Ty Stillinger, Dutch boys up top, I think it'd be a really good budget buy. Let's bring him in. I remember in the Swansea save, I planned to bring him back, but I just never did in the end. But here with Fulham, this will be a brilliant bit of business. We should be able to get him for, again, around 13 to 14 mil. They want Ben Sheaf, but no, he's turned into a really good squad player for me. So instead, we'll go 13.5 mil. That's still 5 mil under the market valuation. And Leeds say no. Come on, guys. Let me take him on the cheap, please. Come on. I need this. I need this, man. 14 mil. They'll think about it. Might have to pay 16 to 17 in the end, but I'll still get enough for 1 or 2 more after this signing as well. I really want Joel. Yeah, he's a good little player, Joel Perot. And Leeds wants 17.4 mil. He was balling out for Swansea. It was a couple of years there at the Liberty. Or whatever it's called now, Swansea.com Stadium, whatever. He was balling out there in South Wales. Then Leeds brought him. He had a decent start at Ellen Road, and then he kind of fell off a little bit. But he's certainly got the talent, and I just feel like he needs to work, you know. And I feel here with Fulham. Oh, come on, Leeds, please let me get him cheaper than that. 14.5 mil. Come on, guys. I do think he'd be a good fit for us. I really do. Again, slightly deeper at CAM. Yep, 15 mil, I'll have it. Or up top, battling with Ty Stillinger, compatriot. I'll take that. 15 mil, let's bring Joel in. Yep, for £15 million, I'll certainly take this on a 4-year, 57 grand a week contract, which the best thing about it is that his squad role is rotation as well. So he will know his role because he won't always start in this team, but it means he shouldn't complain if his game time is limited. But signing from Leeds to Fulham, welcome to Craven Cottage. Joel Perot, yeah, I'll take it. 3 goals in 6 in the Premier League for Leeds this year, but only 6 games out of 20. I don't know why they're not preferring him much with an average of 1 in 2, but he's still getting a little better. 26 years old. I think he could probably max out around 82, and that's more than good enough for a starting role in this team. If not, then coming off the bench. We'll get the attacking work rate up from medium to high. I do want to improve the pace a little bit. I'm slightly concerned about that, but other than that, this guy is a really physical, clinical finisher. I'll certainly take this. And our budget now down to 13 million. So to be fair, it's about what we had before we sold Gendry, but I think Perot's going to be a little bit more important to us than Valentin is. So plenty other names on the shortlist, but we also got 3.5 weeks to go to the window slams shut. So I'll think about transfers after this one. Following game, Championship side, EFL, Watford at Vicarage Road in the FA Cup 3rd round. Aim to get through to the 4th round. Last year, of course, going all the way to the semis. Our first Wembley appearance to the save. I want the same thing again this year. Starting our adventure here in Hertfordshire. Come on, Fulham. Last thing we want is a replay with this injury hit and tired Fulham team. We just want to make it through with minimal fuss. 29 minutes in here, still deadlocked at 0-0. As we look for the opener. Oh, his Stillinger head's just over. At the moment, the goals have dried up massively. Couto is coming back, hopefully in a couple of weeks' time. But man, oh man, his absence cannot have been understated. Our season fell apart as soon as he went down with a broken toe. And Abel, wonderful ball. Stillinger, come on! Need to make it through today with absolutely minimal fuss. Stillinger says, Gaffer, I got this. Fulham take the lead 33 minutes in. Well kept in Tavares and flicked on by Abel Ruiz, and that should do it for the half. That's well played, that. It's really well done. Thank you for allowing us to complete this move, ref, because this has been a wonderful, wonderful goal. Lovely build-up, lovely finish, and right before the break, it's double up for Ty Stillinger. Fulham tuning up and surely through to the 4th round. Oh, granted, you can't read too much into a win against a second-tier side, but considering the form we've been in recently, you know I'll take any win I can get. Put us in the hat for the last 32. Only our 2nd win in 12 games in all competitions. And our 1st win away in about 3 months. Man, did we need that. Right, next up, West Ham away in a London derby, and finally, after a 3-month layoff, Couto is back in the starting 11. Let's see if he can mark his return with a goal and a win. Come on, Fulham. It's amazing how quick things can change in football. Couto last year came in, scored a goal on his debut, and then dipped and did absolutely nothing. You know, this year, I mean, red hot start, and since he's been down, we have struggled mightily. It just goes to show you that even if you have struggled and stumbled at the blocks early, there's so much time to turn the tide and show your worth and prove your importance. But it's all about resilience. Got to have that frame of mind and be willing to put the graft in to put it right. Oh, brilliantly done! Come on! Wonderful little move. Wonderful finish. And Fulham in front. It's not one Brazilian, but the other. Gabriel Sara with the opener. Oh, wait, no, sorry. We've got 3 Brazilians now, haven't we? Because Danilo as well, who came in from Forest. Man, Fulham love a Brazilian. They're just like me, for real, for real. And we're reaping the rewards. And here come the Brazilians. Where are they? I want to see them. Trey Hume puts it wide. Should have been his first of the year. Should have been 2-0 Fulham. Man, I'll never forget it. That night on New Year's Eve. Oh, dear. If only I was to know. Anyway, Mason crosses. Couto! Welcome back, Couto. Wonderful finish. And it's an instant return to form from our Brazilian winger. Absolutely sensational volley. Mason dinks it in for another assist. And Jan with an ottimo strike into the bottom corner. Fulham 2-0 up. Couto's tackled by Mason. Delinga, I see you. It's a great delivery. Oh, it's crept in. Tice Delinga just about squeezed it in. And Fulham lead by 3. What a response. And I often say this is what a gimme can do for you. That win against Watford, you might think, oh, you're a second tier side. You know, granted, it's not the greatest win of all time. That's terrible goalkeeping, really. But it's just about scratching. It's just about getting one over the line when you haven't had one in so long, man. It rebuilds and restores confidence, and it certainly has for Fulham. We're set for back-to-back wins for the first time in about 7 years, and a massive win at the London Stadium. 2 assists for Mason, chasing that assist title as well. This dude's creativity this year has been unbelievable. James Ward-Prowse, lovely delivery through to Melvin Bard, that forward for the attack, the left-back. Plays it back to JWP, and Souček arriving. Look at the bodies there, waiting to block this shot. There were like 5 white shirts being like, I've got this, I'll get in the way of this shot. Because we want to see this clean sheet out for Lance and the boys as well. And, oh, that's fine. I see you, Trey. That is what we're going to do. What a win. What a win for Fulham. And when you talk about pulling it out of the bag, man, that's massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah, we've been tanking recently. We're still targeting a top 4 place. We ain't going nowhere. That's a huge win at London Stadium. Absolutely buzzing with that. What a return for Couto as well. No one should be surprised. And the model's still the same. Bar like I won a championship game. Really though, it's a win against West Ham on match day 21. I think there's a long way to go before I start celebrating too much. But look at this, man. 5 teams separated on goal difference. This could be one of my greatest title races ever, man. Because right now, I'm talking about top 4. There's no reason why the championship isn't totally off limits. But let's see who we got in the last 32, sorry, the FA Cup. I see it right there. Fingers crossed it's a challenge side. It's not. It's a newly promoted side to the Premier League, Bristol City at Craven Cottage. I still think we're favourites for that one, though. And I think we're about to dive into it as well. Just before we play it, though, FC Twente want to take Hayden Hackney from Dortmund. And I personally believe if Sessegnon's coming back too, I personally believe Hayden would rather return to England than go to the Netherlands. For the Premier League money, for a return to his home country, I'll see how much they want. I like Hayden Hackney. He's a good player. Really good little player. Very good passer of the ball. Excellent energy, as we know. And since moving on to Dortmund, to be fair, he had a loan spell last year. I think it was Deportivo Alaves. So clearly he's not getting that much game time at Dortmund. Now approaching his mid-20s. I think we get in front of valuation as well. This could be, and 20's big or rejected. This could be a steal here. We might just run out of money. So with that being the case, I'll need Dortmund to agree to a less than valuation deal and possibly a sell-on clause too. How much would 12? Oh, probably not. It's going to need to be a very, very low ball offer here in order to accept get a contract as well. I'll offer a 5% sell-on clause. He's still reasonably young. And what I like about Hackney as well is he's quite versatile. Can play further forward. Can play... No, absolutely not. Can play CDM. And also right back as well. So they don't want to sell on clause. I think there's a very good chance this deal's going to fall through in that case. Oh, no, okay. No, they get add one in there. 11.5 mil plus 14%. It's a big sell on clause. I'll try and get it down to 10. And 11.5 mil as well. Yeah, we'll have that. This could be an absolute steal. Hayden, homesick, wanting to return to England. And I'll certainly take this. This will be a brilliant deal here for a player out of favour in Germany. Out of the Middlesbrough Academy, but moved on, I think, in the first season of the save to Borussia Dortmund. But since going to the Signal Iduna Park, he never got the game time and settled. A return to England was always likely, and in the end, we're bringing him to West London. Yet coming in on a 5.5-year, 32.5 grand a week contract. I must say I'm quite pleased with this one here for the transfer fee being so low. Welcome to Craven Cottage, Hayden Hackney. Yep, decent young midfielder, and again, can certainly play further forward, can certainly play wing back as well. Excellent energy too. I'm really pleased this guy coming in for the squad. Unfortunately, did have to give him an important squad role, so not sure how happy you'll be on that. But I'll certainly give him the game time, especially right now with the injury crisis we've had. I'm buzzing with this though. No money remaining now, but had to do it really. Two solid squad players coming in. And I'll give Hackney his debut in the following game. FA Cup 4th round, now Premier League side Bristol City in West London. Trying to get through to the last 16 for the second year in a row and make it 3-1s on a trot in all competitions. Come on, Fulham. Morrissey, dispossessed by Tavares. And Delingo's been in form. Oh, I just couldn't feed it through. I'm slightly worried about that as well. Morrissey, who's been brilliant for Bristol City this year. He's our player, of course, don't forget, on loan there. Thankfully, it's just going to be a bruise, so we'll be alright, but I don't want to injure one of my players out on loan who's actually getting game time and doing well. Sarah, what a ball. Couto! Oh, he's back, baby. Jan Couto, 2-2. And it's the Brazilian boys. Samba football in West London restored. What a finish. Morrissey on the turn. And Robinson for a response here. And I think they're going to get a penalty. Is that a penalty? What happened there? Shot went off target. But I missed that. Tenen's been penalised. But what for? Where was the... Oh, wow, that's a very late whistle, but, well, I say this all the time, man, it's one of those moments where you can see why it's given, but it's just an off the ball. He's trying to block the pass through. But ball don't lie, ball don't lie. I wouldn't give that as a pen. And Lance says, ball don't lie. First penalty save for Lance Knight in his career. I think it's the first one he's faced as well, so 1-1 for Lance Knight. And Fulham still hold on to the lead, and deservedly so, and from it we've broken, and we might get a second to wrap it up. Jan Couto shot blocked and put behind for a corner. Well, in cup football, in one-legged ties, goal difference means nothing. So whether you win 5-0 or 1-0, it really doesn't matter. I'd win 1-0 all the way through to the final if that was offered to me. 1-0 in this game, 3 straight clean sheets, 3 straight wins. Jan Couto's back, and Fulham are back. Coincidence? I think not. And before we see the draw for it, because there are some replays to come in the week, deadline day is here, and again on the back of the signing of Hayden Hackney, who did pretty well in his debut there, just a $500,000 in the budget, so unlike the previous 2 seasons where I kept money in the transfer budget to carry over till next year, won't be able to do that this season, but to be fair, considering the injury crisis we had, I didn't think I had much of a choice. I'm happy with the team, I'm happy with it. The players are starting to come back from injury. Sessignon, the next one to come up, and then Eccles and Huerta after that. But yeah, I'm happy with this. We've got through the storm, and there's been some light at the end of the tunnel, so pleased with that. We'll get through deadline day quickly. Yeah, just getting through deadline day really quickly, as I've seen a few big moves on deadline day, though of course none involving Fulham. And the top deals in the end, as you'll see, well, there's a bid on the final hour, from Nottingham Forest for Adama Traore. Relegated last season, and there's not enough time for any business anyway. I'm not against letting him go at some point, now 30, but I really like him as a squad player, man. So, yeah, obviously going to turn that one down. So the top deals on deadline day, Frenkie de Jong back at Barca after a small stint in Turin for 78.5 mil. And their replacement is Couto, who's moved on from Benfica for 75.6 mil. And Pepe Lu goes from Valencia to Inter. I also saw Rashford join Dortmund and Diaz join Spurs. Big deals going for on deadline day, but none involving Fulham. Transfer window over. I'm happy with what we did. 1 sale, 2 signings, and now 3 more scouting updates. Where from England, we will continue scouting on these 3 players here. And from Northern Ireland, we'll continue the scouting on these 5 players here. And from Brazil, we have been struggling a bit, but I must say I'm quite keen on this lad, Leandro Cardozo. Shame the overall doesn't seem the highest, but the potential's alright. And to be fair, same with Rafael Ribeiro as well. And Fabio Lima still looking really good too. So there are some decent players, but I want to give it another month before one makes the academy. In fact, you know what? Fabio Lima's mark evaluation is so good. I think I'll give him the scholarship and continue scouting on these 2 right here just for now. So the academy now looking like this. 5 players in it. Harry Higgins still looking the best of the lot, I'd say, at least in terms of overall. But I'm also quite keen on the young English goalkeeper, Elliot Gibbs, as well. Unfortunately, we don't really need another academy goalkeeper out, but even so, still looks pretty solid for now. Right, let's do 1 or 2 more following game. Leeds United at home going for our 4th win in a row in all competitions and back-to-back wins in the league as well. Taking on Daniel Farke's side right now. So tight at the top of the table. Needed to win to keep pace with the front runners. Come on, Fulham. Mark Rocha through the gap to Bino Gittins, who I still haven't signed in FC yet. One of the best young English players there is in the game, and I still haven't got him yet. Excellent, excellent talent. I'm sure not before long I will pick him up for someone. Maybe for this Fulham team, you never know. There's Christensen. Oh, heads just wide. Big game this, big game. Yeah, okay, we won 3 in a row, but 2 of those games have been in the FA Cup. League form so integral if we are to stay in the hunt for a, title contention, let alone top 4. Right now, we are penned right now. Absolutely penned as Lance has to head it away. And we're struggling to get out here. Until we do. Come on, Nuno, you're rapid, son. Okay, that's fine. Dominguez. Goes all the way. Look at the space for Nicolas Dominguez to fire it in and give Fulham the lead. Space opens up. Dominguez runs into it. I think it's his first goal since joining Fulham as well. Pocket of space, runs into it, drills home the opener. Go on, Sarah, win that. Yes, well in. And Nathan does really well to hold on to that. Oh, it's got to be 2. Quick fire. Oh, Delinga missed the ball. Yeah, it is Dominguez's first goal since... Oh, gift since coming in. But it's certainly not this man's first goal since coming in. It's only his first goal of the month. Gabriel Sara absolutely balling right now. I'm starting to fall in love with this Fulham team a little bit now as well, I must say. As Lance Knight going for his 4th clean sheet in a row. Makes a comfortable save there. Happens every time you do an RTG though, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have the same experience as me. You start a project, you look at the team, and to begin with you're like, it's not great. Needs a lot of work doing to it, but there's nothing greater than when you finally start to see the vision you had when you first took over becoming a reality. The team you wanted to build is now becoming yours, and it's such a great feeling. As Joel Perot finds Adama Traore. Thumb slipped off the circle button. That should have been 3, but we're still celebrating regardless. 4 wins in a row, 4 clean sheets in a row. Fulham got their groove back again. Right, let's do one more. We'll end on this. Bournemouth away in Dorset, and with 5 teams separated by a goal difference of 16 games to go. Yep, I could definitely see this going down to the wire with all these teams involved in an epic title race. We might be the rank outsides, but keep this sort of form up, and we certainly won't be considered that for long. Bournemouth at the Vitality, our final game today. Come on, Fulham. Sessegnon back in the team for the first time since his 3-month layoff as well. And finally, oh, what a lovely turn that is. Finally after, oh, sorry, what a turn that is. We just couldn't pull the trigger. What awful, awful run. Again, 1 win in 10. Injuries galore. Bad luck frequently. Well, Andre Onana said this on the Overlap podcast with Gary O'Neill. It's not always going to rain. Like, it's not always going to rain. At some point, the sun will come back out. It has to. Simply has to, man. So, yeah, good metaphor for life, for football, whatever. Eventually things are going to pick up. But Bournemouth looking to at least add a bit of drizzle here. Lance with the save, still 0-0. Tough first half, this to be fair. Felix. To Shelton and Sessegnon is... Oh, what a chance. Through the gap. Ties to Linger. For the opener. Straight at Nato. Poor finish that. And claimed by the Brazilian. Tough one this. Half an hour to go, but might have to settle for a point here. It's been a tough one this. And whilst the draw would extend the unbeaten run. We wanted to keep the winning run going as long as we could. In the end, it will end after 4. He's just so, like, it's not just, I said before, it's not just the pace, but it's the strength as well, his frame. He's so hard to bully off the ball. Jan! Someone on the end of this, please! No! Straight at Tyler Adams. 18 to go, Bournemouth clinging on for the point, we're going for the win. Oh, Sinistera. Stansfield! Oh, Knight, what a save. Lance not ensuring he won't lose it. Come on, don't lose it, the final kick of the game. In comes the corner, Lance comes, doesn't get there. Taylor does enough, and Calvin does more. And that will do it. Well, it's not always going to rain, but it's not always going to be sunshine either. Nice winning run of 4 ended in Dorset, but a point and a clean sheet, not a terrible result. 5 clean sheets in a row, and a draw against a good Bournemouth side away. Yeah, it's not always going to rain. It's not always going to be sunshine. Sometimes it's just overcast. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Premier League. Remember, guys, so big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. What's left, you'll have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with a draw for the FA Cup last 16, and we'll play that tie as well. And more big games in the Premier League, aiming to keep ourselves in title contention for as long as we can very soon.